everybody. It is Press Buttons. Welcome to another episode for the Tech Podcast with Press Buttons. I'm so glad y'all can be with me today. I'm going to be starting to do something new. So I've been really wanting to update my podcast more often by Tech Podcast. So I know that one of the things I have been lacking for all podcasts, besides the trend with Press Buttons, I quit that one. But the point is, I'm really wanting to, do a better job at publishing, and everybody knows when my podcasts will be releasing. So that's going to change. So every Friday at 8 p.m. local time, what's going to happen is I'm going to be publishing a podcast every Friday talking about all the tech for the week. Tech Weekly is the official name. Basically, I'll be talking about all the technology that's came out throughout the week. We got some good updates going on. So this will publish every single Friday at 8 p.m. local time, or Eastern. It just depends how my podcast likes to do everything. We'll have to figure. I'll actually check it out real quick. Yes, it says all times are local. So yeah, I'll just check it maybe your local time, and if it doesn't come out at your local time, come check it at 8 p.m. no matter where you live in the world. So we're going to be talking about, all the tech stuff that's been going on for the week. So welcome everybody to the Tech Weekly. Tech Weekly. I feel like the Tech Weekly sounds too weird. So Tech Weekly. Welcome to Tech Weekly. Number one, we're going to be talking about all the technology that's come out throughout the week. And I'm so excited to talk about it. So today, all your favorite Apple devices came out with some brand new updates for this week. So we got a new iOS 26.2 Beta 2, a new macOS Tahoe just macOS Tahoe Beta 2, and then iPadOS 26.2 Beta 2. So all of them got their 26.2 Beta 2 updates. Also watchOS 26.2 Beta 2 as well, and also tvOS 26.2 Beta 2 as well. So we're going to be talking about everything that came out, stuff that's going on this week. And also we got some more things going on that is outside of Apple. So here's what's been happening for this past week. So for iOS, iOS came out with 26.2 Beta 2. And basically what's been going on is the liquid glass design language has been further refined, and menus open with a bouncy animation, pop-ups, and system tools like the Measure app level. The level feature on the Measure app is more glass-like and translucent. The Games app got more features for sorting and filtering game library, and notifications when your friends beat a high score, and also improved controller navigation. So if you have an Xbox or a PlayStation controller, it's improved navigation. For CarPlay, there's a new toggle for pin notifications or conversations in the Messages app, and you can disable them specifically for CarPlay itself. And of course, the rest, is just going to be all about bug fixes and all that great stuff. And then next for watchOS 26.2 Beta 2, there is a new grading system for the sleep score. So they did change the grading for your sleep score for 26.2 for the watchOS Beta 2. And basically what they did, they changed the grading thresholds for the sleep score. So very low is 0 to 40 points, which was previously 0 to 29. Low is 41 to 60 points, which was 30 to 49 before. Okay is 61 to 80 points, which was previously 60 or 50 to 69. High was 81 to 95, which was previously 70 to 89. And then very high is 96 to 100 points, which was previously 90 to 100. And basically, so your sleep score is determined by your duration, for how long your sleep, because of course everybody has a goal that they want to, how long they want to sleep for. So they have the duration of how long you're going to be able to sleep, your bedtime, which is basically, of course, if you go to bed on time, and then interruptions. So maybe you're up in the middle of the night and all that. So that's another one category that falls in there. So that's basically it for iOS and watchOS. Now we're going to go to iPadOS. So the new urgent option in the reminders app means you can set a reminder that triggers more like a full alarm when due. Some updates in the podcast app, and of course this is for iOS as well. There's improved navigation and design, and also new auto chapters. So basically what it does is, let's say maybe you're talking about something specific for Apple, or on a podcast. Let's say maybe I'm talking about ChatGPT the first however long, Apple for the next however long, and then maybe, AI for the next however long. Basically what it's going to do is it's actually going to auto sort in, chapters, kind of like in certain podcasts do that, and also really it's kind of pretty popular on YouTube for videos to have that. So now it's going to auto add chapters for podcasts, which I think is a really helpful tool, not only for y'all, but also for me. So that way y'all can know when I'm talking about what. Look at glass appearance, they just changed that up a little bit, kind of like what they did for iOS, the games app, and then the look at glass animation, which is the same thing. So iOS and iPadOS is the same. Now we're going to talk about macOS, macOS Tahoe, Beta 2. Basically, a feature that everybody is actually raving about right now is the Edge light. And the Edge light is basically what Apple calls, it's their own name for their ring light. So a ring light, of course, you'll probably know, content creators use it so much. It's where it can show a better look on your face. And basically, this new Edge light is it's virtual. It's on your, of course, on your Mac screen, of course. Basically, the display edges light up like a virtual ring light during video calls, helping illumination and low light settings. You can adjust light color and temperature colors, basically. It also features a neural engine to track where your face is in the frame and adapt to the light accordingly. And of course, just the liquid glass, basically for everything. For new animations and all that. Okay, next, tvOS. Basically, you can now create a user profile on your Apple TV without needing an Apple ID. The Apple TV app has better content restrictions for children's profiles, and of course, bug fixes. Really, bug fixes is one of the main things, like one of the not necessarily bigger features, but just the more popular features, because of course, you want to make sure that your device does not lag or bug or anything like that. Next, ChatGPT. A few days ago, or I think it was just a couple days ago, ChatGPT released 5.1. So GPT 5.1, a brand new model that just came out. So basically for GPT 5.1, it's not like a super huge update, like of course, GPT 5 or GPT 4. Basically, the new features, there's only a few, which it's still some great features. So the new features are, there's going to be two main modes for GPT, or two main variants. One of them is going to be instant, which is fast for everyday prompts, and then thinking, which is slower but deeper reasoning. Adaptive reasoning, which basically the model adjusts how much thinking it spends depending on the task, how complex the task is, and of course the simpler tasks get faster responses, the harder ones get more in depth. So basically it kind of chooses which one's going to be the best depending on how complex the command that you give ChatGPT. Next, the improved tone. So there's some new presets, which is, some of them are default, professional, friendly, quirky, efficient, nerdy, and cynical. And there's some new tools. So for developers, there's tools like apply patch for code editing, or apply _patch, and shell tool to run shell commands via the model, which of course most of y'all probably may not know what that is, but I don't know what it is either, but it's for developers. So if you're a developer, that's probably going to be something good for you. And GPT 5.1 is apparently only available to paid tiers for, Pro, Plus, and Business. The older GPT 5 remains accessible for a transition period. And then there is one last thing that is coming out as well. The last thing that's going to be coming out is apparently there are rumors that Tesla is bringing support for Apple CarPlay. So and what's been going on is that you've never been able to use CarPlay, and I don't know if Android Auto is going to be included in this, but you are not going to be able, you've not been able to use Apple CarPlay in Teslas, because Tesla has their own, software, so they want you to use their software. But now it looks like that's going to change. As long as the rumors are right, Apple CarPlay will be coming to Tesla. And this is being rumored by Mark Gurman from Bloomberg. And basically what's going on is the implementation would most likely be the standard version of CarPlay, and it's not going to be a full it's not going to take up the full screen. Like there's going to be some other things for your Tesla stuff. So it's not going to be the full. It's not going to your CarPlay won't take up the full screen in your Tesla. So yes, that's going to be really good. So that's going to be it for today, everybody. Thank y'all so much for listening to the Tech Podcast. Press buttons. Hope y'all have a great day, and also make sure every Friday at 8 p.m. local time or 8 p.m. your time or whatever. Please make sure to look and you're going to know if I release a new podcast, everybody. Thank y'all so much for listening, everybody. I'll see you all next Friday. Peace out.